Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 5 for Fighting podcast, episode 4. What do we got going on, boys?
Not much. How are you guys today?
Well, you know, making time for the pod. Super busy.
Yes, sir. Just finished karate class with the kids and then doing this podcast, and off we go.
I love it. That's dedication, folks.
So let's kick it off with some news from Ron Burgundy himself.
Yeah, there's been a lot of news going on in the league this week so far. We have Hellebuck is out for 4 to 6 weeks with knee surgery. So hopefully he is good to go. I imagine, I have to say, it probably has to do with the Olympics coming up. They're trying to make sure he's good to go and wanting to play, which is not very good for Winnipeg. Comrie last night didn't really seal the deal as he should have. He was up though. The Winnipeg was up 2-0, and then fell apart after that. Lost 4-3 to Carolina. Next up is Matthews, still sidelined with yet another mystery injury that we don't know much about. We're just taking their word for him that he's injured again. We heard that last year too. That was the excuse for not hitting the certain goal marker that he wanted to. Stollers is still out. He hasn't participated in any skating since his injury. Nyes is also out, but him and Matthews both did partake in morning skate, but all three of them will not be in the lineup tonight. And then Jack Hughes, being who Jack Hughes is, went to a team dinner and sliced his hand open and needed stitches, and now he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. And then now we see a photo resurfacing of him going out to dinner with a lady there. I don't know who was letting him out to go to dinner after what happened the first time.
Yeah, it's wild. He's even allowed near a restaurant. It's crazy.
Right?
I was reading some of the comments on the photos, and some of the comments were ridiculous. It was crazy.
That's good.
And then last one up is Yossi returning after a 12-game absence, dating back to October 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Makes his return to the game tonight against Colorado.
Yep. Got him in the pool. Comes back
he'll
in.
be hopefully help Nashville out. Hopefully not tonight against Colorado. Banking on them for that survivor pool.
That survivor pool's hard, man.
Good to see him come back, and they definitely.
I don't know.
Use him.
Nashville needs to do something. This is their second straight year of things not going their way at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's some rumors going around about they're trying to ship Stammer out now, and I hear like speculation about Montreal. But I really, he'd be fun to see.
Third line center.
He's a lot of money for a third line center.
Yeah, what's his contract right now?
$4 million, or no, he's $8 million for 3 years.
For 3 years. Yeah,
Tampa Bay offered him $4 million to make it the same dollar value, but he didn't want to take $4 million. So it is $8 million a year. That is quite high for especially what Stammer has been producing. I mean, it just goes to show. You look at Toronto's suffering the same thing with Marner not being there to help set up the boys. I think Kucherov was a big thing for Stammer and his production.
Matthew Nyes has really stepped up in Marner's absence, though. I'll give him credit.
He does. He what is he? I think he's at 22 points in 19 games or 23 points in 19 games, 17 assists.
I believe he's out tonight too. Is he not injured as well?
He is.
I thought I seen that today. He's not playing tonight against the Habs.
This is his third straight game that he's missed.
Third straight game out, but he got 5 goals and 17 assists. So he's definitely picking up Marner's assists that were there.
Go that far.
Yeah, that's
he's helping the boys out, but I wouldn't go as far as saying he's keeping up with the pace of Marner.
He's missed 3 games. He'll come back. He'll keep it up. He's going good. But the Leafs are fucked either way. Leafs are fucked at the moment.
Well, I posted in the chat there.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You have no one to trade for because you have no picks. You need a defenseman. Anderson Anderson would fit you well. But I mean, who are you going to give up? Nyes?
No, they're rolling with what they got. They'll do some silly trades again by the end of the season. And unless things massively turn around, we're fucked. Outside of John Tavares and William Nylander, we're fucked. Where the fuck is Austin Matthews, man? I haven't seen that guy in 2 years. He's
mystery injuries.
Yeah, what's going on in Toronto? They're rolling a wall again tonight. Now 4 games straight. They need to figure out their goaltending for sure. Not the only team that needs to figure out their goaltending, but
no, goaltending is a
they're
hot
not.
issue across the NHL.
I mean, there's an injury issue across the NHL right now.
And disabilities also. You know, the Edmonton Oilers just found out that Stuart Skinner is blind in both eyes.
Shit. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Pickard played a hell of a game the other night against Tampa. He just was on the wrong end of it. But I mean, yeah, it's tough to be these fans right now.
Pickard's a good backup goalie.
I mean, Skinner would be a good backup goalie. What are you gonna? But what are you gonna do when you bring in, like, say you bring up Ingram? What are you gonna play 3 goaltenders, or are you gonna send one down? Because one of them will get claimed.
I'd give Stuart. Yeah, they're both on one way. Yeah, that's tough.
So I mean, I do see Ingram being called up this week at some point, or this week or next.
So what do they do? Just roll the 3 of them and keep them all. Keep them all in Edmonton.
Ingram is on a 2-way.
Work a trade around. Man, if Ingram can play like he played in Phoenix, he'd be a good player, good goalie for Edmonton.
I mean, even his half a season or full season he played in Utah when they first moved, he did really well. Just Utah wasn't producing the way they're producing now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd bring him up, give him a shot, see what he can do. Where he is on the 2-way, you know, he'd be the obvious choice to send back down. But if he does play well, then you have to work in a trade for one of the other guys.
Absolutely.
And I'd say Pickard would be the easiest guy to move out in that scenario.
Probably, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I think we're only maybe one Canadian team right now in a playoff spot.
Yeah, we're not looking too great between the 3 of us at the moment.
Man, well, like I said, Montreal now they're 0-5 in the last. 0-5, 1-7 since our last airing of the show. I feel like I was a lot more optimistic 2.5 weeks ago when we shot this, but now I'm a bit more reserved in my critique of the Leafs.
Yeah. But see, your team, as we were talking about off air, me and Zach, when you were gone there, is, you know, you guys are still kind of rebuilding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's expected to have growing pains in your situation. For
They're
me and
the
Zach,
youngest team.
Exactly. For the Oilers and the Leafs, there's no world we should be where we are and doing what we're doing right now. Yeah.
Fair.
No. And I need to see goaltending change before the end of the year. And if it doesn't work, I need to see a goaltending trade by either trade deadline or at the deadline.
Well, you never know. Minnesota might be soon ready to dish out a starting goaltender if Wallstead keeps up his play.
Would they trade him or would they keep Gus?
No, you never know, man.
Trade Gus.
Trade Gus. Let Edmonton take on another contract in the net. Hope for the best. He's a good goaltender.
Let's bring Campbell back.
I think everyone expected more out of him this year for sure. Campbell, yeah, what's he up to these days?
Sitting at home getting paid.
Yeah, where did he go? He went to Detroit and signed a contract and then went right back on the assistance program, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he's either signed with Buffalo or he's not playing at all.
Have a look there, Zach. Figured it. Jack Campbell. I'll never forget him out fucking walking his cat on a leash. I was like, this guy's a weirdo. He was in Toronto. He was out walking his cat. And in Edmonton, he was doing the same thing, out walking his cat on a leash. I was like, this guy is he's something.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That should have been your first problem.
He had his moments. He was okay.
He's 11th overall pick.
Yeah, he had his moments. But I think he's a head case and just couldn't handle the pressure maybe or whatever. But
that's what it takes to be a goalie. It's just a matter of how you handle it, right?
Yeah, goalie's a hard place to play.
No, so he signed on July 1st, 2024, a 1-year contract worth league minimum with Detroit. On October 4th, he was announced that Campbell had entered the assistance program again, didn't even play a game.
Yeah, I remember that because I drafted him like with my last pick in one of my leagues just in case he had a comeback, and then a week in it was like, yeah, he's done. Yeah,
You never know with the goalies, man. You don't know what you're gonna get every game.
No, you don't. Nope. So, but yeah, that's it for the news.
how's Fantasy World? I heard you guys had a match recently. How'd that go?
Man, I'm having a tough year in the fantasy world. I can't say that I threw it all in last year, got a dozen early picks, and I'm still staggering around in the bottom of the league, but I'm in the bottom of the league this year, and it hasn't been fun. I'm taking my licks.
But I'm also, after this week, going to be in the bottom of the league when I should not be. I had a dozen first 4-round picks.
That's
and
what I
here
meant.
I am. It's just it's constant. Like I said earlier, you have injury after injury, and then you have guys that should be producing that's not. Like you look at JT Miller.
Oh man,
that guy has gone. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and you tried to shop him to me for ranting, and
you asked for him for ranting.
I was just kicking a few tires. See, I didn't ask for ranting. I just asked for a center.
You asked what would you give for Rantanen, and I offered you Stützle, offered you JT Miller, Batherson, and 2 second-round picks.
And what did I do?
And it's still fucking sitting there.
That's what he's known for, man. Pocket dials and letting trades fucking stew for weeks, man.
Then you get don't get me started.
And then one day after a couple of weeks, you'll go look for it and it's canceled. And it's like, what the fuck?
Fair enough. Yeah. This year, man, I've been having a hard time getting into the fantasy. I need to make a couple trades. I'm sitting there with 3/4 of my team are wingers.
And I tried to change that for you. I gave you guys that are winning faceoffs and they're dual positions, so you can play them in 2 different spots. Along with my last 2 couple round picks.
Yeah, but the fantasy world, man, it's
the trades though this year have been very limited. You get you send an offer to someone and then they send you back. They want the moon.
Well, no one wants to get ridiculed, right? It's tough out in these streets.
But I don't even think there's been a trade yet completed in Champs either.
There's been 1 or 2.
Was there?
I think so. Pretty sure.
I know BJ sent me an offer there today or yesterday.
It's so much harder to trade without draft picks now. Like I find with 5 for Fighting having the draft picks, it's amazing for trading. Like it's so good. You can manipulate a trade so many different ways. I love it. But then in the redraft leagues, you got to trade. It has to be even, or else nobody's going to do a trade whatsoever, right?
No. Yeah, no, it's crazy. The trade market.
I really like the keeper format, just having, buyers and sellers and all that shit. Oh, it's so good. And this year with the 2 boys added versus the guys we had last year, it's night and day difference because everybody's active and it's a very good league the way it's set up at the moment.
Well, what did BJ say yesterday? If Billy doesn't smarten the fuck up, I'm going to bench my whole team.
I must have missed that one. I didn't catch that message. That must have been when you go in. There's 50 messages in the group chat.
Fuck, man,
it's brutal. That is that group chat is.
It's brutal, but I love it. But I'm so fucking busy lately. I can't keep up, and then literally every day I come in, there could be 50 to 100 messages I got to go back through to figure it out.
You put your phone down for 2 hours and come back, and it could be 50 messages there, depending on who's in what kind of mood and what's going on.
Well, you look at it this morning, for example, in our podcast chat, like you and Dev had like a whole conversation before Ryan and I were even out of bed.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's the 3.5 hour time difference at play 100%. There as well.
Well, that's everyone though. Everyone is a 3.5 hour time difference from Ryan and I, other than Devin. Devin's what, 3 hours, I think?
3 hours. Yeah.
Zach setting his alarm clock to get up in the middle of the night to catch us on the waiver wire.
I have done it.
I
A
have
couple
too.
of times, many a times. I've set it for 1 a.m. or like 12:55, so I got 5 minutes to kind of get my head together. And as soon as it's 1 o'clock, I got my picks lined up, ready to roll. Go on
Well, I
back to
can't
bed.
even lie. I've said it before. Like, we definitely are at an advantage that way, especially us with kids, because I'm up
Yep.
at to break it down every morning.
Yeah. And
You
yours
know?
resets at 4:30.
Yeah. And then I get up and I'm getting ready for work, and then I see Koffa's making moves. It's like, oh fuck, I haven't even opened my phone yet. I need to get something going here before he
Well, that's the
takes
thing,
everyone
like,
off my list.
I go to bed at night and I have who I want lined up.
Yeah.
And then I go in there in the morning and I go to transactions and it's like, oh, Cam Talbot was picked up at like 2:33 in the AM. And I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Jesus. Like,
I got
give me
robbed in the points league 2 weeks ago. I can't remember who it was, but I had the guy, went in, scrolled, picked him, clicked add, and just as I clicked it, he must have clicked it 2 seconds before me, and it was like, this player is no longer available. And then the notification popped up, blah, had added this guy. I was, you motherfucker.
What about when you're picking up guys and you don't realize that you're 1 minute past the deadline? And
I did
that
that this
drives
week.
me.
I did that this week. I
it's
fucked
an
up
awful
this
feeling.
week,
Or you
man.
pick a goalie, like they're projected to start, and then you pick them early, and it's like, fuck, they don't start, and it completely
Yeah, they don't get your
fucks
little
you.
check mark, man. Many a days I'm on daily face-off just waiting for that fucking
I use
starting goalie
RotoWire.
notification.
Yeah.
RotoWire?
RotoWire, I find that's the best one to give you your
Okay.
who you think. I actually got that from Larry last year during the playoffs.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm a daily face-off guy myself.
Yeah, I like
So am
daily
I.
face-off.
But then
That's
you
a great
see,
tool.
well, it is until you're seeing Ross Colton playing with fucking New York, and he's a six man on the New York for
Man,
power play.
that's a glitch now in their website, because every roster I looked at, he's playing PP2 as the sixth guy. They were playing two guys on left wing, I guess.
So a lot of those type of websites, they get, I don't know what it's called, but the NHL runs a program that they pick up off of, so not everyone has to go in and manually put all this shit in.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
they're all getting the feed from the same place. So that's why the glitch is at a deeper level, probably at the NHL's base site or whatever. Because that's what I wanted to do for us, or like I had to plan years ago, is to make a website and, like, you know, do articles, have a podcast,
Yeah.
put up like when people visit the site, they can see the live scores from teams
That would be
and
cool.
shit like that. And that's
It's
what
not
you had
too
to do.
late.
You got to, no, 100%. That's what you got to do. You got to feed into the NHL's thing. And it's all free. I'm pretty sure you just got to know how to code it into your shit, which
Absolutely.
I don't have a fucking clue how to do.
Well, I certainly don't. I certainly don't. But no, you're doing a great job. Well, as we
100%.
move on, we'll figure it out. You never know.
It's only episode 4.
That's what I got Devin for. He's the brain.
Absolutely. I got a little brother like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. Back to the hockey. What do you guys think of the Tom Wilson hit on Jake Evans? Got to get it out there. Fuck you, BJ.
Oh, I think I missed it.
You see BJ grilling me on that you missed that the other night when he give Jake Evans a chicken wing?
I missed that.
BJ's trying to tell me it was a clean hit. Oh, well, pull it up on YouTube. Pull it up on the chat
right
if
now.
you can.
Hang on 1 second.
If put your editing skills to the test, Ryan, and
Oh, I got you, buddy. Don't even
pin the video to the pod. But man, I thought it was a dirty hit. He's out now with a undisclosed upper body injury, obviously a concussion. Jesus. The young fella has concussion issues in the past, so I didn't like to see it.
Remember that hit that Mark Scheifele put on him there?
Yeah, exactly.
2 years ago.
Man, on his birthday, nonetheless. They scored right after, and like the entire Habs just stopped expecting a whistle.
Yeah, but who do you have on the Canadians that is willing to step up to Tom Wilson?
Arbor I should have. Jaden Strubal's supposed to be a tough guy. He should have. Josh Anderson and Wilson got a lot of history. He should have. They never threw one hit that entire game. I turned it off, honestly, going into the third period. I'm not watching this.
All right, let's take a look here. Oh!
And come on. There you go. Oh, ow.
Elbow to the head. But
that was
no disciplinary action, no stoppage of play. the league, man. After that Rantanen hit on Romanov, and now obviously that's not even close to as bad, but I know something's got to give.
That Rantanen laid on. Did you see what Patrick Wall said to him on his way to the tunnel?
I seen he said something, but I didn't know what he actually said.
They better healthy scratch him next time during Long Island.
I have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure he said, "We'll fucking kill you."
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I did read something about it there today or yesterday.
Patty Roy's a vindictive cunt.
He's a hothead too, right?
Oh, he is 100%. He had his fair share of moments in the NHL.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I loved him though.
Who was it he met center ice? Was it Chris Osgood he met center ice with, and back in the Colorado-Detroit rivalry days?
Yeah,
in the 90s?
Sure.
Osman versus Sakic.
So when Rantanen was walking down the tunnel, Patrick Wall said to him through the glass, "You're not going to finish the game in New York." I thought Wall was going to jump through the glass and beat shit out of him. He was fuming. I mean, that was a bad hit. I thought Billard was going to punch the ref the other night.
Man, he's been lighting it up lately.
Billard is unreal.
His shot is so clean.
Fan. It's disgusting. He trains so hard though.
Oh, he does.
Look at the boys, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, you don't see that no more.
No, right?
You don't see any fighting like that anymore, let alone goaltenders.
No, the league has changed.
For sure.
There's no place for the Ryan Reeves of the world anymore.
No, definitely not. Donald Brashear is playing here in Newfoundland now.
I heard about that.
NHL tough guys. Yeah, playing for the Cornbrook Royals. I see their opening night roster. He was playing third line wing. They have the Deer Lake Red Wings got Keith Kincaid in the net. Played 10 games with Montreal. I looked him up. He got like 160 something games in the NHL. Pretty decent stats, man. I don't know why he never stuck around or what his story is, but he's in Deer Lake now, and they're winning like every game by like 9 points. That's
what happens when you stack up on former NHL players.
Yeah, right.
They might not make it in the show, but
in like a relatively mediocre Newfoundland senior league, it's
you played senior for a minute, didn't you?
I played one season, and I found it pretty tough to manage between that and working full time and not being the greatest of hockey players and playing more of a tougher role. It was fun though. I enjoyed playing hockey when I did.
I fucking loved hockey, man.
I can't wait now to get my kids involved and get back in it on the other side.
I can't do it this year, but next year I think I'm going to try and get my daughter into it. She's all aboard for it.
Yeah, I need to get my oldest skating first. He's only he'll be 4 now the winter, but he's playing ball hockey. He had ball hockey this morning, and he loves ball hockey. So
awesome.
Yeah. So, how about our 3 stars? Who do we got?
3 stars. Well, you brought it up. You lead her off. Who do you got, Zach?
My 3 stars of the week. I mean, your number one. It has to be McKinnon. I mean, I don't see a world where McKinnon isn't the number 1 star of the week moving forward. The guy's putting up unprecedented numbers. He's on pace right now for like 146 points, 65 goals. It's crazy. And then I have
he is a machine.
I have Alex DeBrincat and Justin Roberts. That's my 3 this week.
Cool.
Who you got, Billy?
Yeah, well, I'll give Elias Pettersson a bit of love now. He's got 9 points in 5 games. He's my 3rd star. My 2nd star, I'm going to give to Ovi with 6 goals in the last 4 games, man. I like to see that
ripping.
That old fella he tore up Montreal the other night, but he
recently passed Gretzky for most even strength goals, I'm pretty sure, or non-empty net goals.
And he just passed Joe Sakic too for most points.
Man, he's just doing it now, just for the love of the game, and he's
just to do it.
Just having a laugh.
It's fun to watch.
That's all he's doing.
Yeah, so he's my 2nd star.
Doing just to do it.
And my 1st star is going to be Matt Boldy Matt Boldy got
Matt Boldy.
Matt Boldy.
6-game point streak, 6 goals, 4 assists in the last 6 games. Man, he's been on fire. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for my 3 stars for the past couple weeks.
He's almost worth the $17 million.
Man,
I'll be honest, the Wild aren't looking too bad.
man,
not.
they're putting it together lately. I think they got 4-game win streak now.
They're playing well.
They're
They're
third
built
in the
well
league.
too. They got some good defensemen there, good young defensemen,
And their
fast puck
goalie
moving
is,
defensemen.
looking pretty good.
You know, the NHL thrives on a good young fast puck moving defenseman. So
Yeah, and speaking of young, fast, puck-moving defensemen, my 3rd star of the week, Cale Makar. Sitting at, I think, tied for 5th in the NHL with 28 points. Having a hell of a go as a defenseman. Yep. My 2nd star, Macklin Celebrini, ripping, and I'd probably put him and Connor Bedard tied for 2nd or 1st star, whichever way you want to look at it, because they're both ripping, tied for 31 points. 2 young fellas. I'd give Connor Bedard maybe the edge, just because he's had a shittier team to deal with for his first few years in the NHL, and he's finally, finding his pace. And yeah, 3 stars.
love him.
Perfect.
Can't go wrong.
Nope, can't.
Yeah, Bedsy, he's I like having him on my team, man. I seen him sitting there in the draft, and I didn't have much thought about him before the draft because I know he's not the greatest face-off guy, but I was like, it's hard to pass on him now. I didn't have a pick coming up in the 2nd or the round behind, so I was like, if I don't take him now, he's gone. And he's been
And to be honest, he, based off his performance last year, if it was a normal draft, I don't think he would have fell to the 3rd or 4th round.
I want to say I
Based off
took him in the 4th round, man. My second and 3rds were gone. I'm gonna look here now.
I got him in 2 of the other leagues, I'm pretty sure, and he's been absolutely fucking ripping.
I'm done with the points league. That is ungodly shit.
I'm playing you this week in the points league.
Is it you?
Yeah, me and you are playing. We're close. We're not far off.
We've been going back and forth.
Yeah. It's been good.
All
It's
week.
actually been a good week. Battle of the bottom feeders, baby.
Yeah, I drafted Billard 4th round.
You
Right
must be
on.
3rd. You must be 2nd to the last, are you? Because I'm last.
I think I'm 3rd last
Yeah.
out of 14. What is it, 16 or 14 in that one?
14 teams.
14. So yeah, speaking of Connor Bedard, how about we go into our Team Canada Olympic talks?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we figure for the next couple episodes coming up leading into the Olympics, we're going to break down some different teams and, give our visions of what the team should look like. So this week, obviously, we're all Canadian. We're going to go with Team Canada, our boys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And
Let's go.
yeah, how about you lead us off, Zach? Why don't you break down your team for us?
So I have mine broke down to the lineups that I think will work better together. Right now, I'm sitting at line 1, Marner, McDavid, and Bedard. I mean, I can't see McDavid not playing on the first line. Even though with how McKinnon's playing, I still think McKinnon will sit somewhere probably in the 2nd, due to the fact that they'll probably tie Crosby to McKinnon. So they'll probably play 2nd line together. And then I have Crosby, McKinnon, and Celebrini in line 2. I'm hoping that Celebrini can crack the roster. He has put on a show so far this year to really make a case for him being on the roster. And then my 3rd line is Scheifele, Suzuki, and Reinhart. I do think Reinhart, based off the way he's playing right now, he has picked up his game a bit. But based off his play right now, he could be, one of the ones that are subbed out for the extras that are going around. If the Olympics was last year, 100%, he'd have a guarantee. But I don't know. Is he guaranteed on the spot? Reinhart?
Yeah,
Reinhart?
he's on the team.
already in. He's there.
So there you go. So never mind then. I didn't think he was already in. But yeah, so I don't know. Based off his play, I'd put him probably 3rd, 4th line right now unless he really picks up his game. And then my 4th line is Wilson, Point, and Marchie. I think
that'd be a tough ass line to play against.
That's the thing, right? Like I think Tom Wilson. I think they need Tom Wilson on there.
I don't know, man. I don't
agree.
know.
No, I think Wilson should be there. And I'm with Zach. You're actually kind of going to change my mind for my fourth line. I really like that fourth line. That's a sick fourth line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
And for my extras in the forwards, I have Bennett, Stone, and Hagel.
I feel like
But
if
I
Stone
don't-
is healthy, he got to be on there.
I do too. That's why I put him as the extra. But that fourth line to me, the way Wilson's playing, he's a top producer right now in Washington. He's playing top line minutes. He's, as much as, Billard, you're talking about the hit, and as much as you hate the guy,
well, that's where I'm at now.
Every team in the NHL, any fan would want the Tom Wilson on their team.
It's funny. I have his name wrote down here on my fourth line from 2 weeks ago, and it's scratched out because I'm mad at him. But he would be a good asset, but he got to keep his composure too, right? He can cross that line, and you cross that line against the Americans in the championship game, and you're...
For sure. But at the same time, we can break down U.S. on the next one, but I mean, right now you're looking at one of the lines for U.S. as JT Miller, Brady Tkachuk, and Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, that is a nasty line.
You need Wilson. I mean, you could even say you need Bennett in there for some sort of strength, because the defensemen we're not looking at a very strong defensive team.
You don't need Bennett there for his scoring prowess this year, that's for sure.
So my defenseman is Makar and Taves on line 1. Only because the boys gel very well together in Colorado. Taves could be, on the outside of it, maybe. I have Harley and Uyghur as second.
I really like Harley. I think he's fantastic.
Harley's great, and I think Uyghur. I think you need a defenseman in there that Mackenzie Uyghur brings. The blocks, the hits. You don't need someone to put up points on the back end when you got Makar playing for you. And then my third line for them is Morrissey and Drew Doughty, with extras being Theodore Parayko and Sanheim. And then my goaltenders are Binnington, Thompson, and Darcy Kemper.
Who's starting?
Thompson.
He's been
especially the last few games. Last few games, he's been playing really well. Binnington hasn't played that overly well though so far this year. And I think Darcy Kemper takes over for Hill.
I got Binner and Champs, and I got Thompson in Fire for Fighting, and I know Binner's haven't been playing very good, but he's got to make the team just based solely on Four Nations, I feel.
No, I think he's on the team, and I think it'll be Thompson and Binnington.
Yep.
On that are dressed, and then you'll have Kemper there if anyone goes down.
Yep, that's a good take.
Who you got, Billard? So, who's your roster?
I'll start with me. So I'm gonna first line, second line. It's really hard to. Who do you put as the 1C, right? McDavid, McKinnon, they're both elite. So I'll just go with our top 6, I guess. So I started off, I put McKinnon, Crosby, Marchand, and the Nova Scotia line, just because I'd love to see them get together. Even if it's just for a shift in the Olympics, I'd love to see them get together. And I think Marchie got a good chance at making that team based on his play and
I agree.
His
100%.
Again, you need that edge, and he's one of those elite players that knows how to win.
As much as I have been at the mercy of Marchand many Aprils, I almost fell in love with him during the Four Nations. He was such a great personality. He was
Absolutely.
He's just that guy on the team you want to be around. And I found myself watching Marchand clips and this and that, and I was like, fucking. And then
that video of him, man, when he's sitting next to McDavid and Crosby, and he's just like in awe.
I love it. I really liked him through all that, and he's a hell of a player. Plus, a couple of weeks ago, what he did for his buddy with the coach and stuff, we spoke about it last episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everyone calls him a rat, and you hate to play against him, but man, you want him on your team.
Yeah, and so I got that. That's my, I'll call, I guess, first line. My second line is looking like McDavid, Marner, Reinhart, which I think could do some real damage there. Third line, I've got Scheifele, Celebrini, and Point. I went Point Stone depending on a few things. But yeah, and then my fourth line, the original fourth line before I scratched it out, has Suzuki playing between Wilson and Seth Jarvis. And then I scratched Wilson out and I put Billard there. I don't know if I like that because I'm looking at that as like a more of a defensive shutdown line. I'd like to see Billard playing, but I don't think he's going to be able to play the shutdown role
Definitely
that needs
not.
to be played there. But I definitely like Suzuki for that fourth line center. He's
For sure.
a great shutdown guy. Like he plays it all in Montreal. So I'm still standing on him making that team. And then
To be honest, I forgot about Jarvis.
yeah,
I did too.
my honorable mentions. Then I got who did I miss? I got Billard and where am I to? Billard. Did I say yeah? Billard, and I'm missing someone that I left off, but I'll give Billard my only honorable mention there, I guess. And my defense are going to be obviously McCarr and Taves first line. There's no other option. Harley and Morrissey second line, and then for badness I wrote Dobson and Matheson, but really I'd say it's going to be Theodore and Sanheim with maybe Schaefer, maybe Dobson there as the seventh defenseman.
Schaefer was added to the testing pool.
He was. And I think Dobson is, he's playing really good hockey now. I'm watching a lot of his games, and I think he'd be a good help there too. But yeah,
I do think he has a chance, but I think there's more defensemen out there.
Absolutely, that play a better defensive game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because like I said, when it comes to defensive scoring, you only need McCarr. You need the rest. You need to your fourth forward lines. They're all scoring power lines.
Absolutely.
So if you want a defenseman that you want to be able to put up points, sure. Add McCarr obviously is going to be who McCarr is, so he'll be there. But I think we really got to focus on the defense because you look at everyone else's goaltending. It is better than ours.
Agreed. And yes, first going into the goaltending, then I got Thompson starting, no doubt. And then Binner. I also have a note there between Blackwood and Darcy Kemper. So
does anyone think that Carter Hart could steal it coming into Vegas?
Man, who knows?
I had
that
a
would be
note
interesting.
there for it. I had a note there as an honorable mention.
I streamed his game when he played for Henderson, and damn, the kid hasn't missed a beat.
Montreal
does Team Canada want the controversy though?
Just man,
gold medal or a little bit of controversy.
Listen, I totally get it, and I'm on board. But do they want to deal with that backlash that inevitably
not a
comes
chance?
from?
That's not even. I'm sure it's being talked about behind closed doors, but it's not an option.
It's
not this year, anyways. But yeah, he's poised to start soon. Vegas is going to ride him for sure.
Yeah,
December 1st.
Yep,
December 1st. I think also you mentioned Blackwood. I agree with that take where it could be either Blackwood or Kemper taking the third row spot. All right, Ryan, what do you got?
I'll go into mine here now. So, kind of similar to you guys, couple little differences, couple little things going on here. But line one, I got Brad Marchand, Connor McDavid, and Nathan McKinnon. And I like that mix up because, it gives you Connor McDavid and McKinnon, both centermen. They can move around, kicked out of faceoffs, whatever. You got that dangerous go. And they're both fast as all fuck. They'll play well together. And I like this second line that I did. This is the one that I really like. Line two, Sidney Crosby, Mitch Marner, and Connor Bedard. And I like that Sidney Crosby and Mitch Marner are both playmakers, and they're there to feed the weapon because I haven't seen a shot like Connor Bedard's in quite a while. It's disgusting. It's so good. And yeah.
It's a young Ovi.
And, you were mentioning you wanted to pair McKinnon with Crosby. I want to see Bedard glued to Sidney Crosby for that entire Olympics and just feed off that guy.
That's a fair thing to say too.
Yeah, because they're the future. Same with Celebrini, like Devin mentioned last episode we did. I don't have Celebrini on my team, but I want him I want him as a background guy. You know, Bedard's a year older than him, a little bit more experience. I find Bedard fits in better with the team that they currently have as a weapon versus Celebrini. Amazing hockey player. He's going to be the future there as well, so I want him around, but I just don't see him on my team right now. But Crosby and Marner feeding Bedard, I think, would be a fucking dangerous line. Line 3, left field here, but just a little bit of love to Newfoundland. I'm going with Dawson Mercer, Braden Point, and Mark Stone. Line 4, Zach Hyman, Nick Suzuki, and like you guys had there, Tom Wilson. I think Tom Wilson has to be there. They need the grit from somewhere, and he's a big body who can do some intimidating things. You're going to be dealing with the Chucks.
Yep.
There's lots of tough bodies that they're going to be going up against, and they need a guy like that there.
Well, now that you mentioned the same thing, like I didn't forget Hyman, but if he keeps up his physical play that he kept up in the playoffs before he got hurt, and his first game back laying out 7 hits in 18 minutes, another I could see him being added to the fourth line as well for a shutdown line.
So yeah, Hyman joins Team Canada. He doesn't play with McDavid. He's playing a shutdown role. He's not parking in front of net for McDavid's tap-ins.
No. Oh, look at this guy.
Look what we
What's
got.
going on?
Analyst in the field, Devin Pittman.
Devin, answer this question. Yeah, so we're just talking about Zach Hyman. Does he make Team Canada? And if he does, is he playing with McDavid?
Or a shutdown line on fourth line?
No. If he makes it, he's on a line with McJesus, putting him right in front of the net. Does he make it?
So we're talking about my roster. We're going through our rosters and everything, and I had Zach Hyman, Tom Wilson, and Nick Suzuki as my fourth line shutdown line.
Man, I love that.
But so we can talk about our shutdown lines, but my shutdown line was Wilson, Point, and Marchand,
which I loved. When he said it, I was like, shit, I like that one too. But yeah, both variations are great, to be honest.
They are. I don't see a Team Canada without Tom Wilson, especially with the JT Miller Kachuk line in US.
Yeah, it's I think it was Friedman. I heard one of the analysts was talking about where the big issue is, like, we're always talking about matching up with the US, but you got to remember, like, there's still Sweden, which is going to be a wagon. The Czechs have a good team. Like, it's more than just the Americans you got to contend with. That said, like, Tom Wilson is such an X factor to have his skill and his physical presence. It's just going to keep your D looking over their shoulder the entire time. So 100%. Yeah, I can't see them not taking him.
Billard crossed him off his list because he took out Evans last week.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna go into my defense there right quick, boys. So yeah, I got pairing 1, Cale Makar. Like you guys said, you're not gonna need points from any other guys if you got Cale Makar as your back end, but I got him anchored with.
It's gonna be Cale and Taves.
That's what me and Billard said.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll put Taves in there then.
I'll tell you why.
I'll agree with you guys on one thing.
Yeah, it was John Michael Lyles mentioned it. Like, Taves, say, through 10 games had no points, and J.M. Lyles was like, "You got Taves. Like, even if he doesn't have points, we don't care because he doesn't make a mistake." And you need a guy like that. Like, he's so well rounded. He's good positioning. He's the perfect complement to him.
Well, yeah. And that's what I kind of mentioned too, was, you got the lines 1 to 4, all of them are scoring power lines. You got Cale Makar in your defense who can score as well. So the rest of your defensemen need to be defensive defensemen.
Yeah. Or a guy like Taves. Like, Taves is he could play offensive defenseman on another team, but he just works well with Cale. So having that chemistry, a guy who can play shutdown but also move the puck, all those factors, I can't see them putting anyone else there.
Who do you got for line 2, Ryan?
We'll agree there. For line 2, who did I have? I had Josh Morrissey and Mackenzie Weegar.
Yep.
And then line 3, I had Owen Power and Thomas Hartley.
Owen Power.
It's a deep
over
take there.
over Theodore or Drew Doughty.
Yeah, I'm not big on Drew Doughty.
I don't think Drew Doughty got the legs for the Olympics. Playing that much hockey in that short of time, I don't know if his body's gonna. Not saying he shouldn't be on the team just based on reputation alone, but I don't know how much ice time Drew Doughty would eat up at the Olympics this year.
I do like that you have Uyghur there, because I have Uyghur as well, because I feel like we need that defense
100%.
that Uyghur brings, like I said, especially with our goaltending situation. Yeah, like Thompson and Bennington or Kemper and Blackwood, like they're good goaltenders, but they're not, they're not Ottinger, they're not Hellebuck. Sweden has they're gonna play. I imagine Markstrom will be on there. Who else they got? Gustafsson. So I feel like we need strong defensemen that are able to shut down the scoring lines of the other teams.
Shut down. He eats pucks like no one else. Trevor got him in our pool, and I'm like, I want to pay the farm.
I tried to get him.
Yeah.
I offered him 2 second-round picks, and he still said no.
He's hard to trade
Then
with.
the goalies I got Bennington, Thompson, and Blackwood, but Blackwood's iffy.
Who do you have starting?
I'm with you guys. I'm going to have to say Thompson at this point. Binner came in and played critical games and made the big saves when needed. So I want to keep him in the back pocket for games like that, where you might, if Thompson's not going full, you put Binner in. But I think you start right out of the gate, you put Thompson in.
Man, Thompson's playing Vezina hockey here now. There's no world that he's not starting the first game of the Olympics, in my opinion.
And round robin might be a good thing for them to, figure out who they want to be their starter, right? Play one of them, play both of them 1 or 2 games, and then move on to the actual play. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think Thompson does have the start.
And I did up this line just for shits and giggles. Power play 1 line. This should make everybody happy, though. This is what we got going.
Here we go.
Olympics. We got McDavid, Crosby, Bedard, with Makar and Marner on the back end. Isn't that gross?
No McKinnon.
Man.
He could play number 2. He could swap them out. We got so many weapons there. It's wild. You got so many options, man.
That's all Devin heard in that whole thing was no McKinnon.
No McKinnon.
The words that weren't spoken.
With Crosby, like, how are you going to split up the 2 BFFs?
You missed the part that I was.
Than I am.
You missed his first lineup.
Yeah. So I was talking about it. I was saying I want Connor Bedard glued to Sidney Crosby through the whole Olympics. Yeah, they are BFF.
He doesn't have McKinnon and Crosby playing on the same line.
I don't. I got McDavid and McKinnon playing together.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. Like, we're not suffering.
No, that's the beauty of this type of team. There's so many fucking options you can move in and out. And you're not really putting a detriment to your team unless you're getting rid of McKinnon, McDavid, Crosby, those type of guys. You have so many fucking options to move things around, and it's still going to be a weapon no matter what way you look at it.
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely.
I think you said Marner and Makar on the back end. I like, if you kept Bedard with Sid and everything, I would just swap out Marner for McKinnon. Got a better shot anyway, right? So you've got more versatility.
Yeah, but with McDavid put on the part, McDavid doesn't like to shoot the puck, I guess, this year anyway.
Yeah.
He just wants to be fancy and just do spinoramas.
The way I was looking at that too is how front loaded do you want to be when you got, you flick, okay, boys get tired, you flick out your second line, and then you got McKinnon coming at you in your second power play unit, right? So
McKinnon, Point, Reinhart.
Exactly. Weapons no matter what way you look at it.
Wilson. Like I said, Wilson's playing at a high caliber game right now. Like for what people thought he was a few years ago, was just a dirtbag of a player and just out there to injure people. And with Jake Evans hit, that was questionable.
Still is. You can be both things.
Yeah.
The ref didn't think it was a bad hit.
Yeah, well, let's not.
But the ref also kicked Dart out for saying something to him that must have hurt his feelings. So I don't. And then you get people like Patrick Wall who's threatening to kill Rantanen. So the NHL is just all over.
No consistency.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's
Well, I'll pull it back because for your goalies, I think we're both in agreement with Binner and Thompson. But you mentioned Blackwood. I was reading kind of a hot take the other day about they think Blackwood would make a better third, or not Blackwood, Wedgwood would make a better
Okay.
third than Black. And I kind of agree. I do agree with it in a way. It's kind of twofold. One, he's playing amazing right now,
he
and
is.
there's going to be a lot of Colorado people on that team, so there's a good vibe there. The other part too is if he's coming in, he's a backup role. Whereas you're bringing in a lot of guys, right? Thompson and Binner, you're gonna be your two go-to starters. So if you've got a third string goalie, why not have a guy who's more of like typically a glue guy in the dressing room, but who's playing lights out right now? So he kind of fits that depth role a little better. But you also feel comfortable if you got to throw him in, halfway through a game, like because he's playing so well. It's a hot take. I if you asked me before the start of the season, is Scott Wedgwood going to be anywhere near the Olympic team? I'm going to laugh in your face. And he plays on my Avalanche, but he's done well enough. That's an interesting kind of take where you're not necessarily taking him because you think he's going to be your number one goalie. You're kind of
Right.
taking him because you're like, he could be the best third goalie for the overall
Yeah.
package.
But then that's how I feel about Kemper taking the third row spot.
It's going to be anyone taking the third spot. Hopefully, they're not there.
It
Like
could be- it
Monty
could-
at the Four Nations. Yeah, for what he's playing, for what Monty's been doing in the NHL now, he could. And just don't put the pads on him.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the goaltender controversy in Montreal, how about we dive into everyone's favorite game show?
Perfect.
Great timing.
Plus or Minus. Brought to you by Benchminer Cards. Get yourself a mystery pack today. Stop by benchminercards.com. Use the code 5FORFIGHTING. Get 10% off your order. All right. So the boys sent in a bunch of questions. Let's see where we start. So first question, plus or minus, does Fowler get the call up in Montreal and take over the job?
I'm going to say yes, eventually. I don't know when it's going to happen. Seems like Marty's a bit apprehensive on who's going to be his starting goalie and what he's going to do there. I see Dobish got the check mark for tonight, so he's rolling out tonight. But if those two don't figure something out, they're going to have to call him up. What's Fowler now? 10 games in Laval. He has a 2.11 with a .921, 3 shutouts. He's been unreal in Laval. So I think he got to get a start. Might not be right, next week, but I think if things keep going the way they're going, he'll be up before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm taking the plus on that as well for the same reasons.
I'm taking the plus. Devin's going to take the plus because he got him.
Yeah, I love I got him in my NA spot. Plus, I think timing wise, they'll probably address their center issue. Like Kirby Doc being out right now is brutal. Newhook being out,
Absolutely.
horrible. I think they address that one so they don't bring a rookie goalie in to a team that's already a bit, light on
Shaken?
bodies. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Settle that down first. Get a better squad in front of him, and then bring him in, and then you've got your next Patrick Waugh. Can't wait.
Hopefully.
Bring in Stammer to cover those second line center.
Not a chance.
All right, on to our next. So the Leafs and Habs are playing tonight. Florian Xhekaj got called up. Is he going to make an impact tonight in the game? Plus or minus?
Got to go with the plus, baby. He's gonna be flying out there. He might take a stupid penalty, but the impact hopefully is a good impact. But I think you're gonna notice him out there for sure.
I'm taking the minus just because I don't like him. But do you think they're going to play the Bash brothers together?
Maybe. Depends what kind of game
Maybe.
Toronto's playing.
Yeah, Toronto's playing like shit.
So
It don't matter how Toronto's playing.
All right, Zach, what do you got?
I'll take them. I'll give him the plus. I'll give him the plus. I'd like to see him do well. Like Billard said, will he take a stupid penalty here and there? Most likely. Hopefully, it doesn't cost them the game. But I mean, no matter what happens tonight, both those teams need a win. So,
Devo?
I see him making the highlight reel after Willie Styles dangles him, but I'm going minus.
Right on. All right. This is a three-parter. Can the Habs, Leafs, and Oilers turn it around and be back in the mix before Xmas? Do you see them in a playoff or a wild card position by Christmas?
I'll go first, I guess. I can see. I want to believe the Oilers can make a change. They always have a slow start before Christmas. It's been the last couple of years, but I don't. Skinner is just. I don't know. My faith in Skinner is just. It keeps going down and down, and it's sad to say. I don't want Pickard to be our number one goaltender either, because he's not a number one goalie either. So hopefully, like I said earlier, we can bring Ingram in. Hopefully he has, getting a fresh start somewhere else. He can have an impact. So I'll go plus, just because I have a little bit of faith. Not a lot, a little bit.
So plus for the Oilers. What about
Plus
the
for the
Leafs
Oilers.
and the Habs?
And then, not to be a dick, I don't have faith in either one of them by Christmas if they keep playing the way they're playing. With Matthews not being there, with, like I said it earlier, another injury that no one knows anything about. Matthew Nyes is also out. You have Woll. Stolarz is out. You have Woll that's playing. What's the other goal to Hiddleby? Or he looks petrified as fuck in the net. Like he looks like he's scared to stop the puck.
All right, so you're taking the minus on the Leafs and the Habs.
Yeah, and same thing with the Habs. Hopefully they can turn it around. Monty can find his game again. They had a very, very good start, but it just they're the same thing. They've been riddled with injuries, and they gotta, like Devin said, they gotta address their centers and their lines before they can address their goaltenders.
All right, I'm going to take the, and I hate that I agree with you, I'm going to take the plus on the Oilers as well, because the past two seasons, they were shit to start the year and then became the best team in the NHL by Christmas time. So, yeah, I'm going to give them the plus. Yes, they're tired from playing Stanley Cup final hockey 2 years in a row, but they'll be in the mix no matter what. McDavid and Draisaitl are too good to not be there. Leafs, I want to give them the plus. I really do. But the way everything's going at the moment, again, outside of William Nylander and John Tavares, they are not looking great. I'm going to give them the minus, but I do see them making the playoffs this year. I just don't see it by Christmas time. And the Habs, same thing. In my opinion, at the moment, they're a mid-pack team at best. I give them the minus. They're still in rebuild mode. They got a lot of good pieces there. They're just not quite there yet. Once the team starts gelling a bit better and they get a bit more experience under the belt, yeah, they're going to be there for a while, but not this year and not by Christmas.
Yeah. And I agree with Ryan pretty well. All of what Ryan says. I think Montreal hit a hot start. They had a lot of momentum, and they're starting to find out now that they are, in fact, a young squad, that their mistakes are showing throughout the season. So they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of promise, but I don't know if they got the depth to right now to bring it where it got to go. And Toronto, I'm going to give the minus as well, just because they're just falling apart at the seams. It seems like they're built to win and they're not really winning. So I'm going to give them the minus. And again, with Edmonton, I don't think Edmonton got the defensive side of the game. They can score 5 goals every night, but when you let in 7, that's not a winning formula. So until they figure out their back end of the game, they're a minus in my books too. And
Minus
with that, fellas, I hate to sell this short. I'm going to give my opinion and then jet, because I am running very late for a prior engagement. So I'm going to sign off, boys. It's been a treat, and I can't wait to chat with you again soon.
All right,
Have a good one, buddy.
All right,
Take
boys.
care.
Cheers.
Hey, buddy.
All right, Dev, you're up.
3.
Well, it's easy.
Better opinions,
the Habs,
anyways.
Yeah. The Habs for sure. I'm in the same agreement with you guys. Now I think they can turn it around, still make playoffs, but they need a trade just because of the injuries. They don't have that depth, and I don't see them getting a deal done in time for the holiday. The Leafs I see turning it around, so I do. So Habs are a minus. Leafs I've got a plus. I think they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. They'll get healthy. Plus, I've got both their goalies, so I have to believe. And then I'm on the same page. A plus for the Oilers. The one thing you guys mentioned the main points. I think it was the other day I heard a stat that the Oilers they've played the most away games of any team at 15. So they've got a big homestand coming up, or at least it's going to even out a bit. I think that's going to pay dividends, and they'll right the ship on top of a number of other factors. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
All right,
Good takes.
so we'll go with the last question here because I'm in the same boat as Billard. I got 3 children upstairs ready to rip each other's faces off. So we'll get back to that. But one last question. Wallstead, I think is how you say his name, Minnesota goalie, takes over the starter's role from Gustafsson. I think it's Gustafsson.
Yeah, I'll give him plus.
Devin was mentioning an interesting take earlier, so I want to hear his take on it.
Yeah, I've got the minus because I think if you look at Mini, they locked up Gustafsson. He's been their guy. I think you kind of capitalize on the value of Wallstead and you ship him out for a nice top end prospect somewhere. You fill in another gap. You're already locked in. You've got a high profile goalie. Goalie market's tight. So if you've got one to spare, you could haul in a lot of people. I mean, what would Edmonton give up to get him?
And you took the words out of my mouth because when you talked about that with me earlier, that's where I was going with it because Zach mentioned that that's where he was picking up a goal and we were talking about Gustafsson, and I was hoping you were going to hop on because I knew you had that take, and that's what I think would be a great play for Edmonton would be to pick up that young fella if
Yeah.
they can make it happen reasonably.
I don't know who they ship out in terms of a prospect or a pick to get him.
Howard.
I want to dig into it a bit more actually to see who would be a viable suitor. It's both on what Mini needs and what the Oilers have to give, but like in terms of a team in need of a goalie, bar none. And I think in that case you keep Skinner. Like you're selling way too low on him. So I think you hold off and let him get a bit more value back. But yeah, like you could ship him out in the summer, right? And it'd be nice to have Wallstead and Skinner as a tandem. Then you're looking great. But yeah, I see them flipping him. I don't know if I don't think he becomes a starter. I think he's on a hot run right now. But even if he stays hot and they end up being a 1A, 1B, I'd look at it that they ship him out while his value's high. And he could go start somewhere else. Similar to like what they did with Knight, right? He finally got out of Bob's shadow and he's thriving this year. Askarov finally got out of Saros' shadow. He's doing pretty well in San Jose. I look at Wallstead same way.
Take.
Right on. Yeah, great take.
Yep,
and I'm
flip
in
that one.
agreement with Devin, so I'll take the same take as that. All right, boys, that was a fantastic episode. I had a lot of fun doing it. Devin, thanks for jumping in when you were done what you were doing, and
Absolutely.
good to see you again, Zach. We'll do it again in 2 weeks' time. And Billard, if you see this, you're a jabroni.
Go Leafs, go.
Have a good week, guys.
Go Leafs, boys. Cheers, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.